Four Prime Archetypes, Why We Do What We Do, written by Aaron Huey and Martina Kodrin. Now available on Amazon and Kindle and coming soon to audiobook.
Hello, welcome back to our chats about the archetypes. We have been addressing things that we also talk about in the book. The book that you can see that there. So today I thought we would talk a bit more about the struggles that the different prime archetypes face. So, Aaron, could you explain a bit more about what the wizard archetype faces? So, I'm a wizard. I know what you're gonna say. We tend to overanalyze, but how exactly does that look? And no, never.
What? No
We think
way.
and overthink, and then overthink, and then sometimes we get caught in we call it analysis to paralysis or
Yeah.
overanalysis. So, please walk us through it.
Over-analysis of the wizard is never bad. The part that becomes the struggle is the over-analysis without action. At some point in the process of your experiment, you have to test the experiment. So that you have some real data on its fail points, not just how you perceive it to fail, but can actually look at your own fail and learn from it, because failure is only failure if there's not a learning attached to it. If it's a learn, then the process, the product, the experiment moves forward. And because the analysis to paralysis, I mean, that's a very familiar term. I like to say the wizards are experts in finding a solution for every problem and a problem for every solution. And they spin in this. Now, it's very important if you are in relationship with a wizard, it is your duty to hold a space for them to shoot down every single one of your ideas, for you to try to solve their problem and for them to tell you why your solution is another problem. Because that's how they solve problems, is the analysis processing. Warriors don't analyze. They just fire.
Mm-hmm.
Bards vent process. They emote until the emotion's out of the way, and then they solve the problem. And the emotion generally leads them to the problem. But wizards take the emotion out and take the action out and look at the problem and the data, the potential solutions, the problem with the potential, and ultimately wizards can derive a conclusion that they need to test. Those last words, the last 4 words, are the most important part that wizards forget. They need to test. You have to test this.
Mm.
Now, while you're testing it, you might know it's going to fail. A really intelligent wizard says, wait a second, I'm not going to even bother testing this. I know it's going to fail. A genius wizard says, yes, but how will it fail? Which part of it will fail? Wizards make broad assumptions that feed the evidence of potential failure. Well, people don't like that. That will never work. People don't just do that. Someone else isn't just gonna, everybody's gonna, and those everybody's, those aren't real wizards. Everybody, nobody, always, never. That's not a real concept. I'm working with a wizard who's trying to develop a product that they're going to advertise on YouTube and, create lead gen on YouTube and drive traffic towards a website that sells a low price product that gets people into a product funnel. It's very, very basic YouTube marketing strategy, extremely basic. And every time we talk about a product, well, nobody's going to want that. Like, that's not a real concept. Nobody wants that. But see, you're still trying to decide something that you think people need. People don't buy what they need. People buy what they want. I say, let me say this. 3/4 of the people on this planet don't buy what they need. Wizards buy what they need. Everybody else buys what they want. A wizard's problem primarily is thinking that everybody thinks like a wizard. And when you say that's not true, they said, well, it should be. And that doesn't solve anything. To say that people should think. And then they can give you a deep analysis on why everybody should think as logically as they do and through the analytical process. But the difference, wizard, is that everybody else takes action sooner than you do. And that's why they get results faster than you do. You've got to have results to analyze so you know which part of your process failed. The assumption that it's going to fail because you don't agree with it is not a global assumption. That's a you assumption. And that's hard for wizards because they are very brilliant. We can't take away in this conversation anything from the wizard's intellect ever. Assumptions begin experiments. You can't end on them. You have to end with data and facts. Frustration with problems begin the solution process. It doesn't end the solution process. Wizards also might hit the analysis dead end, where there is just, no matter how they look at it, nothing's going to work. And there's that word. Nothing, everything, always, never, everyone, no one. Those aren't real. Nothing's going to work. You mean there is no one smarter than you that could solve this? Or you've decided that nothing you can think of is going to work for you? Wizards, you've got to bring the drastic terminology home to roost, or let it go completely. Either this is what you think and recognize that not everybody thinks like you, or you just let it go. You stop saying everyone, always, never, no one. You let that part go because that's feeding the analysis point. Well, that won't work because, and you think of one reason why it couldn't work. There's a million reasons why it could and a million reasons why it couldn't. Somebody else who it's worked for, and you say that doesn't make sense. You know, I'm gonna call out wizards here. You know what wizards have a tendency to do? And this is gonna frustrate some of you wizards. I know this. Warriors do it too. So it's not a total wizard thing, but warriors do it too. But warriors get competitive and take action when this concept comes up. You know what wizards do? They poop on the winners. They poop on the winners. They look at someone, right? My son and I have had this issue. And I've had this issue with people I've worked with. I've had this issue with wizards in my life. They don't like the way someone is doing something successful, and so they poop on them. They crap all over them. Well, that person, and that's not real, and people who buy their products are stupid, and you're like, they're winning. They're making money doing what you wish you could do. I don't want to do that. No, but you want to make money like they're money. Yeah, but they're doing it, and they come up with all the problems with the solution that person has found. That's great if you take action on an evolutionary concept. If you just say, well, that's people don't, and people who buy that or people who vote for him, they're just idiots. But that's not the way the world works. Whether or not you think that politician's followers are idiots and you would never, doesn't mean that politician won't get elected.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is about your evidence versus the rest of the world. Your analysis is necessary for evolution. We cannot evolve without analysis. We can't evolve consciously. I should correct that. We can't evolve consciously without analysis. But evolution is also an action-oriented promise. People do things different. There is a process to the promise of growth, that somebody will do something different. Wizards, you're in the position to take that first step. And when wizards take the first step, they really do inspire the whole world. 9 times out of 10, the smartest, richest, most talented, most life-changing people are wizards because they have innovated a concept of reality and taken action to prove its viability. So, wizards, your problem is overanalysis without action. And the only reason you're not taking action is because you don't trust other people to give you valid results that you can then analyze. You think you can see all of the results in your head. Make your assumptions, create your hypotheses, put it to the test, record the results, have your controls in place, analyze the outcome, correct, and continue. That's a wizard process that creates an evolution.
All right. Yep. Again, so good. I actually don't have anything to add, despite me being a wizard. It's exactly how we do, and especially when you said, over analysis, yes, but then once you start taking that action, it's gonna bring great results. We just need to do do that first, take that first step, do that action, and incredible things happen. So, thank you, Aaron, for the explanation. And thank you, viewers, for again watching the video. If you want to know more, buy the book. The book is going to be linked down below. If you have any questions, any comments, critiques, anything, leave them down below. And we will see you next time. Bye.